But of course, I mean, we are a mining industry, albeit a very, on a small scale. But the result is it is a high quality gemstone. But there is no activity you can do without some sort of impact. So naturally, there is some impact. Most of it is visual, and most of it's also when a mining operation is actually occurring, rather than when it's finished, it's cleaned up. And about the only thing really left on the environment are heaps of what we call opal claystone, which happens to be white. And you need to have those heaps to ensure that if there is some subsidence in the shafts, because it's mainly underground mining here in Lightning Ridge, you have enough dirt there to allow for settling. And that happens to be white, and the surrounding dirt is red. And really that is the main impact. But as I say, there is no activity on Earth you can do without impacting.
And that's a safety concern for people who are out walking, that we don't want them to have an accident.
And absolutely, and actually works quite well also, because if once it's returned to grazing, and luckily for us, we don't mine on agricultural land, we don't mine on any cropping land. The opal occurs on the red ridges, it was quite marginal for agricultural purposes. But still, if we have a good season and there happens to be grass, and as you know, you've been here in good seasons when it's grass up to here, and dry seasons when it's just dirt. So, it's nice to be able to see where those open shafts were, particularly if you're on a motorbike and mustering stock.
Yes. Well, a question on everyone's mind about opal, and of course I'm very high on the prospects for Lightning Ridge opal in the future. What's your opinion, because you have your thumb on the source, what's your opinion of long-term mining in Lightning Ridge in the future?
Well, it's been here for 100 years, and I can safely expect it to be here for another 100 years. We have opal mining, I guess, for the people who wear opal around their necks or on their fingers, is a passion, and the miners are passionate about opal mining. So there's a lot of exploration activity happening at the moment. We have actually a mining reserve in this area, which is set aside just for small-scale mining for opal. We haven't even explored half of that reserve yet. So there is still a lot of country out there to be explored. Obviously, like any mining industry, there are ups and downs. So when the opal prices that the miners are receiving on the field are good enough to cover their cost of production, and which it is at the present, you'll see an increase in activity. We're seeing that right now. So there is so much country out there. I know I'm not a miner, but I'm sure the miners go out. Every time I've been out somewhere on the fields with a miner, they go, "Oh, look at that spot. Oh, that's got a nice little rollover. Oh," again. So there's plenty of areas that hasn't even been looked at yet.
Now, and we talk about field prices. I see demand in the world rising for black opal. It is the finest opal, the Lightning Ridge material. So long term, I see a steady increase in field prices as more and more people are exposed to the beauty of the stone, which has to speak volumes for the miners, as there are probably, in the last 2 years, double the amount of people mining?
Yeah, probably. There would be. And a lot of miners that have sort of exited the industry for a little while have now come back into the industry. And as you say, it is the most, well, I'm a little biased, most spectacular gemstone on Earth. And as more people become aware of its rarity and its beauty, and it is very rare, a miner may find a pocket of opal, but a top gemstone in that is not necessarily going to be there. So the black opal, and the beautiful black opal, is rare. So the more the miner can receive for his product on the field, most of them are so passionate they put it straight back into the industry. So they will put it back into exploration, back into mining, so that circle continues.
In long term, do you see the price of black opal increasing?
I think so, absolutely. We had probably 10 years ago, the prices that the miners was receiving on the field were substantially higher than they are at the moment, and I think we can expect to see it back there because the product speaks for itself.
Yes, it's just gorgeous. I'd like to give you an opportunity just to say whatever you'd like to. The people that will see this video are my customers in jewelry stores around the United States or on my website. Just tell us a little bit of something that you'd like to say to people about the gemstone that may not be familiar with it, to expose them just a little bit?
I'm very happy to do that, John, because as you know, I'm quite passionate about it as well. Black opal is, I think, the most superior and most beautiful gemstone in the world. Every piece is unique, and it's great. I mean, people like you, jewelers like you, who are doing one-off pieces, I mean, you will never get another piece like it. Every opal is different. So, and I know people say to me, but how do you choose, you know, which one would like? Honestly, I will tell you, he will talk to you. You will see something and you'll look into a stone and you could stare at that stone for years, to be frank. You will see something in it every time. The patterns and the colours move, you know, they just pop out at you. And honestly, you will see a piece and you go, oh, I love that piece. He will talk to you.
Opal is unique, and I want to thank you. You're one of the most unique persons I've ever met, and we appreciate all the work you do.
Thank you, John. Pleasure.
Thank you.